rolling on when my brain's ticking.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the show. We're punching the clock again. This is hard
Hello.
work, so give us money. I don't know how you'd give us money, but I mean, I'm already breaking a sweat on this episode. I'll tell you
Yeah,
what.
it's a bit of a nervous breakdown episode, you could say.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Especially
nervous because
with
we have.
all these critiques that I will take into account of last week's situation. If you didn't know, we did have like a 5 minute area at the front of the show
Yeah,
that
we got
apparently,
accused of being gay. That's what
apparently in
happened.
some cases, we do not phrase correctly, so people were
Yeah.
a little annoyed. And I understand
Too
that. I
too
understand that.
funny for TV. That's what I say.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't doing anything outside of some issue statements, I will call it. Um,
Yeah.
but outside of that, hopefully this show's a bit brighter on our topics, especially
Yeah.
with WrestleMania coming up this weekend. It's a 2 night
Oh yeah.
event with like, I think it's like 7 matches a day or something. It's going to be insane to watch that
Didn't
show.
uh didn't Dwayne the Rock Johnson like cuss again live on air?
Yeah,
Like he said
yeah, he
or
keeps
something, and everybody was
he
like,
keeps cursing.
yeah, they like did the like soy jack face, and they're pointing,
Yeah.
and they're like, you can't say that, Dwayne the Cock Johnson.
Oh, I am gonna bury, which is a term in wrestling for just like not liking something and trying to get rid of it. I'm gonna
Mhm.
bury wrestling Twitter real quick.
You're gonna cancel wrestling Twitter?
I swear to God, every single time I go on Twitter.com and look at Wrestle Twitter, it's just a bunch of people going, oh, well, the other product's way better. Look at all these stats that say it's better. It doesn't mean it's better, okay? You can have two guys in a ring with the same skill set and have them fight for 20 minutes, but it doesn't mean it's good. You know, it's
Yeah.
like if you had like this little tiny wrestler guy from about 10 years ago. His name is El Torito. If you had him and Hornswoggle, which is also a tiny little Irishman, fighting for 20 minutes, I think that would be more entertaining because it's a smaller guy. You know?
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, it kind of boils down to like, do you want to watch 2.5 hours of Oppenheimer, like the most boring AAA fucking,
talking
you
about
know,
games in here right now.
yeah, the most boring fucking like popular movie that's ever been made
Yeah.
versus like a 2.5 hour John Wick movie.
Oh,
Like I'm gonna take that
oh,
John Wick
John
movie
Wick,
every day
man.
of the week. 2.5 hours of him just slaughtering bad guys like a fucking one of them guys that kill cows or whatever at the
Yeah.
dairy farm. I forget what the fuck those guys are called. The Slayers, maybe. I don't know.
I don't remember. Slayer is a band name though, which is
Yeah, I
very
love
funny.
Slayer. I'm not wearing my Slayer shirt. I'm wearing my Megadeth shirt, but I do have a Slayer shirt
Mm.
that I could wear on the podcast that nobody would see. So there's that, I
I
guess.
think we're gonna experiment with like cameras and everything, probably
Yeah.
like a couple weeks from now.
Well, I had
Whenever
a
you want
idea
to
for like,
discuss that, you know.
yeah. I had a funny idea where I could just like be in different places in public
Mm.
recording the podcast or
Can you imagine
something.
you're just hanging out in a coffee shop and Cody's in the back, like eating a donut, just watching us talk for like an hour?
Yeah,
That's
I
an
have my
awesome
phone out.
image.
I was thinking like too like the public library would be a
Mm.
pretty fun place to film a
Yeah,
podcast
you
because I
could
get
just
kicked
yell
out.
and curse and get kicked out, and
Yeah, I could get kicked out live on air.
I could have two separate cuts of the show where it's like a zoom in of your camera as you get kicked out. That'd be
That'd be so
awesome.
funny. Oh my God. I was another spot I was thinking was like in the middle of the woods. Like you
Mm.
just can't see any civilization around me. I'm
Oh,
just
that'd
in
be
the woods.
terrifying. You could have one of your friends over there. Literally, out of the like 20 fellas I know in Ohio, you could have one of them like hide in the background and slowly get closer over time.
Yeah. Do like a ghillie suit thing, and then we can have like a whole arc where I got like captured by the feds or something, and
Yeah,
then the next episode I'm
it
getting
could
like
be super
waterboarded.
high effort, and you could have like tape on your mouth and like a very high quality light shining on your head, and you're just
Yeah,
freaking out for like the first 20 minutes.
yeah. There's a zip tie around my neck, and it's like just tight enough to be like kind of cutting off oxygen, but not enough to kill me yet.
Yeah.
That would be pretty fucking funny. Oh yeah, another spot too. There's a creek near my house. There's
Mm.
also a river near my house. I was thinking about maybe like going like knee deep or something, or like sitting in the creek and just like getting soaked with fucking water
If
while we do the show.
if I bring my laptop around, I could have a podcast where I'm literally inside of my car, just just talking to you.
That would be sick in the Walmart parking lot.
Yeah, you see like a homeless man bang on my window as
Yeah,
I'm talking to
the
you.
tweakers start coming out in full force,
Hey
and you're
man,
just
do you
like,
got something? I see you got money for a laptop.
I think that would actually be like next level podcasting if we were just doing the show from different locations like that.
Oh, what would be awesome is if I did it while I was working somewhere. Like I'm just on my
Oh,
phone.
on the job.
Yeah, I'm just on my phone and it's like strapped to my arm or something, and I'm just walking around my workplace.
Yeah. Then somebody comes by and they're like, Ronnie, you need to get off your phone. And you're
Yeah.
like, I'm doing a podcast right now. I can't. I cannot.
I'm using my Bluetooth headset. I'm literally in the job place
Yeah,
working.
you put your other fucking Bluetooth headphone in. You're like, I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
La, 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 la,
What?
la, la.
What?
I
What?
I run into the kitchen, like the little kitchen nook, and I just sit there for like an hour and just don't move.
The kitchenette.
Yeah, dude. It's kind of cool that some places that you can work at have like a little kitchen section for like
Yeah.
the office. I think that's cool.
Yeah, my job has that in the break room. There's like a excuse me, holy shit.
Jesus.
Yeah, dude, I feel like part of my stomach came up with that one. But
Oof.
no, my work has that. We have like a gas stove, which pretty funny. You can turn the gas on and just leave it going, I guess.
Yeah.
But there's like a sink, like a coffee maker, microwave. I mean, the coffee maker and microwave is kind of like standard for most workplaces. But having a stove
I
and
got
shit
a
is really
nightmare
base.
setup that I could do where
nightmare.
where I could set up a projector and put it on the side of my house and have you up there, and I could record that with a different camera, and then I could have my headset and everything out there. But like for some reason my camera is like 6 houses down.
Yeah, that's like I think that's like a Jerry Seinfeld joke actually. Like he
Mm.
talks about being in fucking some TV store and he's I forget the punchline. Here's just what he says. He goes, "And there I am watching
What's
me
the
in a
name?
movie, or I'm watching a movie about me. What? And in that movie, I'm watching a movie about me or something. Like it's
So
like
you're
this like
telling
weird,
me this
like this
airplane
weird.
has food?
You're telling me that
You're
airplanes have
telling
food?
me.
What's up with that?
So how come I go to the video store and there's not enough video for me?
It's Black Jerry Seinfeld. He's like, why come I go to the computer store? Man, I just want to go to the computer store, all right? I don't want none of this bullshit. I see myself on the computer and I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm just surprised that I think there's a movie with Adam Sandler where there's just like an infinite video on the TV in the background.
Is it
And
Click?
maybe, and he just
I know
kind of
Click-
stares at it, and he's
Yeah,
like,
Click is the
"Whoa."
TV remote movie. So, I mean, I would
Yeah,
imagine at
maybe.
some point a TV comes into play in the movie.
I
I've
know,
never seen Click.
Oh, well, I won't spoil it because Click is actually like an 8
I'm
out of
probably-
10 movie,
Oh, it's actually good.
Yeah, it's like bedtime stories. Bedtime stories was where it was at, dude. I
I never
love that
seen that
movie.
either. What's bedtime stories about? Is it like
It's Adam Sandler and his two kids, and he talks about all these fictional things happening. And then he
mhm.
wakes up the next day, and literally all of those things start happening to him.
Do that? Wait, actually, I was gonna say that probably sucks, but like, you tell one really good story, and I
Yeah.
mean, you're just set for the rest of your fucking
Like,
life.
he talked about it raining gumballs. And then, by coincidence, a giant truck holding a crap ton of gumballs, like, has an incident. And it starts, like, sprinkling down tons of gumballs over his car. And he's like, holy shit, it's real! Oh, this is crazy, guys! And
What a
then, I don't remember
ridiculous
who the mom
scenario.
is. There might not be a mom
Is
in
she hot?
bedtime stories.
You at least remember if she was hot or not?
I don't remember if there's a mom character or not, honestly. It's
I
been
don't
a
know. I
while
mean,
since I watched bedtime
me
stories.
personally, if there's a mom in any movie, I'll remember
Hmm.
baseline if she's hot. That's pretty much it.
There's a lady named Carrie Russell, I believe, as the mom, but maybe they were like trying to get a divorce at the start of the movie or something.
Mm.
I don't remember the plot that well. I just
He takes his kids to bed and he's like, "So here's a story." Oh wait, how does Adam Sandler talk?
here's
Here's a
the
story.
story.
Yeah, yeah. Here's a story about this fucking cunt that ruined my life and I want her to die. And then the next day she's dead. She can't take any of his money through the divorce.
I think it'd be hilarious if in bedtime stories he talks about like just being as rich as possible and his marriage is successful. And then the next
Damn.
day they like reciprocate and they're like, "Oh yeah, there's no issues between us. I don't know what you're talking about, Adam Sandler." And it's like a perfect world for him and everything.
There's got to be a twist. Is there a twist at some point in bedtime stories where like all that shit starts going wrong? I feel like that is like the logical next step
I
in
know
the
that happens
storyline.
in Click because he speeds through time with his
Oh yeah.
remote and he slowly gets older over time.
You know, I've never fucking seen that movie, but I know that happens in the movie for some reason. I've never even seen clips, except for there's that fucking meme that was going around where he turns himself purple and the fucking Five Nights at Freddy's music starts playing or something. I always thought that shit was really funny.
I think it's funny that there's so many Five Nights at Freddy's games because
Aren't they
I've
are
never
they
played
making
any.
more?
I've never
You've
played any.
never played a FNAF game?
No. I know
Damn, dude.
the entirety of the plot for every FNAF game, but I've never played it.
Yeah, that's like heroin, I guess, for me. Like I've never done it before, but I know like
You know
I
what's
pretty
in
much
it, you know how it's
yeah, I know what's
used.
going on. I know how people do it. I know what happens to people who do it. I know
Mm.
long term what happens to people who do it. So, I mean, in a way, Five Nights at Freddy's is your heroin,
I mean,
you
you
know?
could say that about Star Wars for some people, you know. You could
Yeah.
say that about Battlefield with us
Yeah.
sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I miss Call of Duty though. I miss when that shit was good.
Yeah, I
And I'm
miss when it was
saying like
popping.
2019 Modern Warfare, I think, is like the last good Call of Duty. The rest of them are just kind of middling, you know? They're just kind of
Yeah.
there.
I mean, I liked Cold War's zombies, but the rest of the game was kind of meh. And then
Yeah.
MW2, I played a lot of the multiplayer. Actually, I got every gun gold, I think, in MW2 and started working on
Jesus.
platinum. I was literally like, no cap. I was addicted to Call of Duty for like fucking 3 months straight. I would come home from work on lunch break.
Hmm.
I'd drive home from work, boot up the fucking Xbox, and play like a couple rounds of Call of Duty, not eat anything, and go back to work.
Hmm.
That was like my schedule for a while.
What I remember as of recent and I mentioned it on the Fallout session that we had Wednesday. I was like, I don't think I finished Fallout 3 or New Vegas until this year. And it's ironic that I know so much about Fallout lore.
Can you can you repeat that? I apologize. My Discord took a big old diarrhea all over my lap.
It's okay. I was saying that even though I have a Fallout Dungeons and Dragons type of game that I play every Wednesday,
Yeah.
I didn't complete Fallout 3 or New Vegas until this year.
Fallout 3 I can understand. Actually, I can understand both, to be honest. Fallout 3 kind of sucked, and personally, I've never beaten New Vegas either.
Right now, I'm trying to beat New Vegas on console, and it keeps trying to crash on me.
My problem with, because I have New Vegas on my laptop,
Yeah.
and just going from like keyboard mouse playing a Fallout game to like the archaic ass like fucking slow look around that you do, like,
Yeah.
I mean, I can't play it on console anymore. I can play like Fallout 4 or some shit like that. I can do that on console because it's modernized, but New Vegas, like, hell no, absolutely not. I gotta play that shit on PC.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't replay Cyberpunk until recently either. Like, I do some weird, like, gaps when it comes to games I play.
Yeah.
You know how when we made that Minecraft YouTuber canceled podcast, I was like, thank God Minecraft is not in my circulation. It has returned to my circulation. So I play that every once in a while, too.
Yeah. Minecraft for me is I will not touch the game for like a year, and then one day I'll be like, man, I feel like playing some fucking craft right now.
Yeah, dude, the craft,
And then I'll like,
baby.
I'll hardcore game on the craft for like fucking 2 weeks straight. I will do like nothing but like eat, sleep, go to work, and play the craft. And that's like all I'll do for like 2 weeks out of the year. And then I'm like, okay, I'm good now. Don't need to play this game for another year.
There's some truth to that. I mean, I used to play Minecraft nonstop. I think I have the most hours out of everybody I know.
Yeah, you were like
especially
a
on
big-time
console.
crafter.
I think
You're
I
a
had like
big-time crafter.
I think I had like 160 days worth of time playing Minecraft
Holy
on console, which is
Dude,
insane.
It's crazy whenever I see like my own like time played on a game, and I just think like, what could I use that 83 days I have on fucking Fallout for? Like, what could I have used that for that would have bettered my life?
Oh, my fucking Grand Theft Auto hours must be insane. I think it was like 214 or something.
Yeah, mine. I don't think it's up to 214, but I think it's in like the ballpark of 180. I think Jordan, our buddy Jordan, he has like fucking close to 300 hours or some
Jesus.
shit on GTA 5.
Well, he is level 300, so it checks out.
Yeah, or I don't know. He has some insane amount of time on that game, and so does our other friend Cody.
Yeah, Cody, I think he's like 263 or something. I haven't checked in a while.
He is. I mean, after all, he is the GTA dude.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think it's funny to look back on all the games that I've played in the past,
Mhm.
like, I don't know, like, I want to say like 9 years. Pretty much ever since, like, I met you guys, because
Yeah.
they were a separate group than where I was in, like, 2013, 14
Mhm.
area. So I met all these guys in this new group I'm in, like, about 10 years ago. It's been a bit. I haven't realized it was 10 years until I've I relearned that Cody used to have an account with a generic Xbox tag, and it was like gooey lemon or something.
Gooey cum in my
Yeah.
ass. 69 is
Like-
what they gave.
Like it was something like crusty lemon 16 or
Crusty
something.
cum on my sock. Fucking 420.
But it was him and our very old friend that we don't talk to anymore, Vacuum Clock.
Oh, I forgot about Vacuum Clock.
Me and
I didn't
him,
play with him much, but
and
I
Vacuum
remember.
Clock were in a party in like December 2013, and that's the first time I met Cody. So I've known Bro for literally 10 years, which is very interesting.
We've known each other, I think, going on 10 years because I think it was like 2015 that I got my Xbox.
Yeah,
And
it's about 9. Yeah, I think it's like May or like yeah May
no, it was around Christmas
2015.
time
Oh no, it was
is when we met
Christmas.
because that's when I got the
Yeah,
Xbox.
that was
And
Christmas 2014 then. Yeah.
yeah, and I hopped
Huh.
in a party with Cody, and you were there, and I think Jordan was there,
And then it
and
kept stacking. Eventually, we
yeah,
had like 10 people playing Grand Theft Auto at the same time in the snow.
yeah, we were like those fucking guys in the hood. They'll like go to the Gucci store like 10 dudes deep and just steal everything. That's what we were doing in GTA basically.
Oh man, I miss the times where it would be like at least 4 of us playing Grand Theft Auto at a time.
Hmm.
And then we all got super busy. Some of us got computers before others, and we're on Discord a lot back then. And also around that time, uh, honestly, all the way to like 2017, we were all on Xbox a lot.
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
before we were on Discord, we had the Kick chat.
yeah, the Kick Chat where I turned into a weird tyrant and got all pissy for like a month.
I
And
don't
then
even
I
remember
joined
that.
back anyways.
I just remember what do we call it? We had like the picture for the group chat was like this low res picture of Biggie Cheese, and it was called the Cheese Stirs.
Yeah, the
And then Cody,
Cheesters.
he got a VR headset for his phone, and he was like, "I'm gonna download this game VR Bike." So we like that entire day, we were just like fucking saying VR Bike constantly. And we changed. I think that's when we changed the group chat name to fucking the VR Bikesters
Yeah,
instead of the Cheaters.
I,
But I remember, but like making the fucking Cheesters, and it
yeah.
was me, Clay, and Cody, and maybe you were there. We were all in a party playing the craft, and I just remember we were just talking about Biggie Cheese so much, and somebody said something or showed me something Biggie Cheese related, and I was laughing so fucking hard, like my larynx was seizing up. And then somehow somebody was like, "Let's call the group chat the Cheese Stirs," and I started laughing even harder, like I couldn't fucking breathe. I thought I needed to go to the hospital, like I broke
Yeah.
something.
Dude, like those super early times of me being in the group were fucking crazy. And
Yeah,
it's
dude.
funny because I played with Clay on Black Ops 2 in 2013, like almost every day for like a
Holy
month.
shit.
That is literally the first stepping stone of me getting into the group. Or
Yeah, getting into the
getting in
insane clown
quotations
posse.
in the group if you don't like me in the chats we're in. So
Yeah,
there's
fuck them.
that.
Like you, fuck them in the ass.
Yeah. I just know there's a lot of interesting opinions that I respect now. Like 2 years ago, I would have been far more argumentative in every chat in there.
No, I don't give
So
a
it's a
rat's
bit
ass
different.
about fucking almost anything. I'll fucking light somebody up. I don't care.
I'm just trying not to be on anybody's like super bad side, you know? Because when that happens, then I literally have like maybe 2 outlets to go to, and that's it. So it's a bit
Yeah, that's
tough.
fair. That's fair. When I was at work today, this is completely unrelated,
Yeah,
but
no problem.
they hire this like cleaning company because I work in food processing, so like everything has to be like sterilized and shit, so that I guess the food doesn't get gonorrhea or something and
Mm,
make a bunch of people sick.
yeah.
And the company they hire is like exclusively staffed by Mexicans, and none of them really speak English. But I communicated with one of them today. They had this new guy there, and he was like a younger guy, and I'm standing there at the end of the packing line stacking boxes and shit onto pallets.
Mm.
And the fucking machine broke down, and I was like, fuck, dude, I have to be here longer. This sucks. And the new guy, he was just kind of like looking at me, and we made eye contact, and I made my fingers into the shape of a gun,
Oh shit!
and I just like I put it in my mouth and started like pretending like I was pulling the trigger.
You were doing
Guys,
a fictional Kurt Cobain.
yeah, I was fictionally killing myself, and that kid started fucking laughing, dude. I was like, yes, I got one to laugh.
It's really good to be a moody son of a bitch sometimes.
Yeah, I could tell he was thinking the same thing. Like, dude, I don't want to fucking be in this fucking noodle factory. I just want to go home and do whatever I do at home.
I
Like,
want
could
to
see it
play
on his-
Witcher 3. I want to play as Geralt for 6 hours.
Yeah.
I don't want
Wanted
to
to
be
go
here.
home and play PS6. He got the new PS6, and now he wants to play it really bad.
I want to play Cyberpunk at home for 12 hours. I don't want to move. I want to be a skeleton in my chair.
Yeah, there is one time that those guys actually no, it was different Mexicans that they hired to, which I don't know why this fucking company has a thing with hiring Mexicans to
I
do
think
like
it's because
outsourced labor.
I think there is like this weird influx because of the border and the regulations that companies go through at the moment. Maybe they're like being cheap with how to pay these people.
No, they're absolutely being cheap because with you saying that I was just thinking about it, and a couple years ago I think around here where I live,
Yeah.
there is another food processing company, not the one I work for, and they got in like big fucking trouble with the Department of Labor because they were hiring illegal Mexican immigrants basically
Yeah.
to do a bunch of work, and they're putting them in like super dangerous situations, essentially just using them as cannon fodder, which is fucking crazy, dude. Like, they can't even fucking say help in English if something goes wrong, and you're just gonna make them do the most dangerous shit.
The
But,
craziest thing that's going on over where I'm living is that whenever I'm around some people and we see like an unmarked truck, some of the
Yeah.
people I'm around are like, oh my god, what if there's like 70 illegals just hiding in that truck? And I was like, I wasn't going to think about that, but there's a chance.
I guess now that you say it,
Yeah.
there could be.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't really make a claim either way whether they are or aren't in that truck.
Yeah. And then
But,
we saw the Hogan semi-truck, and I just kept going, brother, I like eating golf balls and destroying people on the microphone, brother, politics
Have you
are my
ever-
favorite, brother.
Have you ever fucked a lot lizard, brother?
Have you seen what a groupie is? Do you know what a ring boy is? Ring boys are my favorite.
That's my favorite genre of lot lizard, brother.
Ring boys, bring 'em in, boy.
Ring boys, bring them in, boy.
But I was just
no,
saying,
but,
brother, the entire drive back. It was pretty fun.
But these other Mexicans that my company hired to do the roof, it was a different company altogether than the cleaning Mexicans. Okay, I'm tumbling over my words here.
Yeah, it's okay.
I was on the packing line. Normally I run a different machine, but if I'm done doing what I have to do, then I'll go down and pack if they have more shit to pack, essentially. And we like shut the machine down and we went on break, and we're all sitting in like the smoking area, like chilling and bullshitting. And one of the guys working on the roof fucking brings over a whole ass microwave and was like, "Do you have a place we can plug these in?" And we're like, "No."
That poor guy. He sounds so kind.
But just like think about that. You're on your break, you're just chilling, and out of fucking nowhere, some guy walks up who doesn't even work there, and he's like, "Do you have a place I can plug my whole fucking microwave in?" Like, it was super absurd. I was like, I don't know. I didn't wake up that morning thinking that maybe an event like that would transpire. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know. It seems menial, but at the time, it was very bizarre. I'd never seen somebody do that before.
The last time I went to the airport, we were driving back, and there was a group of like 4 or 5 men, literally just sitting on the side of the road and drinking. And I was
Dude,
just
that's
like,
so
I
awesome.
wish I was there, just partying with my friends in a corner of the town.
Were they
Sounds like a
like just
good
in
day.
public drinking?
Yeah, they were. It wasn't even like 5. It was like 2, just drinking in a corner, dude. It was
That's
awesome.
so funny. Yeah, POV, you get kicked out of every bar in town for missing the fucking urinal every time.
POV, you go to Fuddruckers and you trip and fall and pee on the floor.
God, Fuddruckers is something I've never been to
I've
one,
never
but
been
I've
to
heard
one,
good
and if I
things.
have, I don't remember being there.
Yeah, I've been to Dave and Buster's. I think Dave and Buster's is like the same fucking thing as Fuddruckers, except the name is different or
I
something.
I think it's funny that Dave and Buster's has so many ads, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, but if you're a gambler, don't go here." Because it's literally just like
Really?
a low key casino. It's a very low key
What the
casino.
fuck?
Because you have a bunch of money you dump into a card, then you use the card to play the games. It's literally a casino.
I
So
guess you're right,
it's interesting how
realistically.
that works.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I just know I used to go to well, that's a lie. I say it like I went to Dave and Buster's all the fucking time as a kid,
Yeah.
but I only ever went the one time or no, I went a couple times,
Yeah.
but I just remember like it's that fucking zombie game where you have the shotgun. It's like
Oh.
House of the Dead, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, so I would go ham on fucking
There's
House of the
also
Dead.
a Time Crisis. Time Crisis was the
Dude,
shit.
fucking Time Crisis is my fucking favorite arcade game ever. There there was this I'm trying to think. It was Laser Quest.
Mm.
We'd go to fucking laser tag all the time. Like me and Patrick and his brother Ben. We'd all go to fucking Laser Quest like all the time one summer, and I remember we like saved up a bunch of quarters because we wanted to beat Time Crisis 3. They had a Time Crisis 3 machine at the Laser
Mm.
Quest, and dude, we that's like the only arcade game I've ever actually beaten was Time Crisis 3, and it was like the most fun shit ever. Like we got really good at Time Crisis over the summer.
The thing that I remember the most about going to Dave and Buster's is that every single time I would work my butt off to try to get a Pokemon card pack. And this is going to divulge into a different story real quick. Because I collected so many Pokemon cards that I had this giant binder that was at least like 10 inches of like cards.
Holy shit.
And I left them in my old van like I don't know, for like an hour at most. Gone. Whole binder, gone. All the time I spent at Dave and Buster's and asking my parents for Pokemon cards, gone. Uh, Terrifying as a kid to lose all those cards.
What the fuck? Wait, you left it in the car? Like, did you go
I
somewhere?
think the van was left unlocked or one of the sliding doors didn't lock properly. So somebody just like walked up and stole the binder and ran. Which
Yeah, he
is
walked up and was like,
terrifying.
"This seems like a cool vehicle to steal from."
Yo, what kind of cards they got? Oh shit, it's Pokemon? This might be good for my 10-year-old son. Runs away.
Man, my son, he loves them damn Pokemans. I can't let this shit sit.
I was just hanging out, smoking a cigar in my back room, and I saw this van. I noticed that the lock mechanism on the sliding door didn't lock all the way, so I just kind of pushed it open, and I stole that binder and ran back in my house.
That's
It,
so fucked.
Such a mess, man.
I
That's why I
happened
don't
to
collect shit as much as I used to, is
yeah.
because of that incident.
Well, like I conceal carry, so like sometimes there's places where you can't bring your gun in, so I keep it in my car. I'm not gonna like bring a gun in somewhere and have the cops called on me. Um, and that's what I'm always terrified that I'm gonna come back to my car because I'm always diligent about locking it, but still, I'm always
Mm.
terrified I'm gonna come back to my car and that gun's not gonna be where I left it.
Oh, that's
Um,
what just concerns me about guns in general. Like, I know
mhm.
some guns have safeties, other guns maybe not. So whenever I see a gun, I'm just like, please don't aim it at me. I'm terrified.
Yeah, I mean that's a like gun safety 101. Don't aim your shit at somebody. Like I don't think I've ever done that with a gun.
I would.
God damn.
I think I remember a comedy sketch where this guy is trying to rob a bank, but his pistol gets stuck in his pants, and he accidentally shoots his knee with one of the bullets because he has no safety on.
That would be a funny sketch if instead like the gun got stuck and it looks like he's like publicly masturbating trying to get the gun out and that's why they
Yeah.
call the cops. They're like, "Yeah, we got this psycho fucking beating one out in the lobby of the fucking Huntington Bank."
And he's wearing a trench coat too to conceal it.
Yeah, yeah, he has a trench coat on like a fucking park flasher. So he just looks like he's like masturbating trying to fiddle for this gun. That would be fucking awesome. That'd be a good sketch.
I would love a Marvel supervillain who makes that a possibility for every superhero to just have like a random occasion where they look like a nudist. And
Yeah.
that's his power. He can make them look that way to other
Yeah,
people.
or like he uses his powers to like control them and put them in a situation to where that it looks like they're publicly masturbating and they're not. But everybody thinks Captain America just rubbed one out in
Dude,
Times
Steve
Square.
Rogers, you just time traveled, buddy, in a fucking iceberg. Why would you do such a thing? And he's
Yeah.
just having fun in the bank.
Dude, if I was frozen like fucking Captain America was for all those years, the first thing I'd be thinking is, dude, I gotta rub one out. There would be no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's like, dude, I just spent 40 fucking years or however in the ice.
Well, I
Like,
think it was from the 1940s to
Yeah.
the like 2010s, so 70 years.
yeah, dude, that's even worse. 70 years without busting a nut. I would fucking kill myself if I couldn't just 70 years later
The part
rub
I
one
don't
out.
understand about Endgame is that he like stays in the past when he uses the time stone or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then he just shows up, gives Falcon guy, I don't remember the guy's name in the movie besides Falcon,
Hmm.
gives him the shield, and then he just disappears. So he must still have the time stone in his possession, or him disappearing makes no fucking sense. Either that or I don't remember Endgame properly, and he just walks away. It's one or the other. So
Maybe they're opening the door for a movie where Captain America, he's back in time and he has the time stone and he's trying to save as many Japanese people as possible from the fucking Hiroshima and Nagasaki explosions. And it's like,
well, the thing about the thing that doesn't make sense about Captain America in that movie for Endgame
wait, no,
is that he
didn't,
fixes everything and then he stays in the past and he doesn't fix anything else. Like everything else still happens. He
Yeah.
doesn't save JFK from getting shot. Like what do you mean?
Wasn't Wolverine or something like involved with Nagasaki or some shit? Like, didn't he get
Oh,
nuclear bombed?
if-
Like, that would be a good crossover. They could cross over
Oh, can you imagine if they
that
did
Wolverine
that?
movie.
Oh my
in
god,
the
the fucking
Captain
X-Men Origins Wolverine movie?
Hmm.
Yeah. That movie was awesome, by the way.
Yeah, I
Even though
actually have-
Deadpool had a sewn shut mouth, it
Yeah,
was
that
a
was
pretty
kinda
good
fucked.
movie.
No, actually, that's out of all the movies we talked about, that's the one that I actually have seen was X-Men Origins Wolverine. Because every other movie we've talked about, never fucking seen it.
Dude, I swear.
Like, even Endgame, I've
Click
never
and
seen
Bedtime
Avengers
Stories
Endgame.
are really good movies.
They should have put Adam
He's so
Sandler from
nice.
Click in Endgame and had him
Dude,
use
if he
his
clicked
TV
the
remote
remote
against-
and he went, I wish that Thanos was actually a frog. I would love that movie so much more if he just said it like that too. I wish Thanos was a frog.
Oh my god. Is that the little Nicky voice?
I think so. I didn't even think about it, but I think so. Did you know that Big Daddy, the movie with Adam Sandler, the
Mhm.
kids in that movie are Dylan and Cole Sprouse from Zack and Cody.
Oh, I don't know who Dylan and Cole Sprouse is, but I
They're
definitely
the
know who
actors
Zack
for
and
Zack
Cody.
and Cody.
Wait, they're actors? I
Uh,
thought The Sweet Life was like a reality show for all this time.
oh, yeah, sorry. I was
Dude, you
gonna
just
say.
fucking ruined my whole day.
I was
What the
gonna
fuck,
say,
dude?
were you thinking our friends Zack and Cody were actors?
That'd be insane. A show about those guys.
Dude,
What would
it,
that
it
even
would be
fuck-
like
what'd they
half.
even do?
It would be half a firefighter paramedic drama and half a car show.
Yeah,
It
it
would
would
not
be-
work out at all.
It would be fuck. What's that Jake Gyllenhaal movie like After Watch or something where he's the cop?
Oh, I have no clue. I don't watch
Y-
Jake Gyllenhaal movies.
Yeah, that fucking it's a mix of that cop movie mixed with like Ford versus Ferrari the movie.
I was thinking Doctor Strange before he gets his powers and
Mhm.
Fast and Furious. Like something
Yeah,
in the
that would-
middle.
That would work out too. Yeah, he's just instead of like crashing the car and like fucking his whole life up, he's just what would Benedict Cumberbatch? By the way, terrible last name, Cumberbatch.
Yeah,
Cumberbatch.
yeah, it's a bad name.
I bet he got fucking relentlessly tortured for that in school. I would have been
Dude.
one of the people torturing him for it too.
I think he was forced to be like privately tutored because of it. I don't remember the story properly though.
There is this kid I went to school with, and his last name. I don't know if I should say his last name. Fuck it. I don't think anybody. We don't get enough viewers for people to care. But his last name was Beatty,
Mm.
so my nickname for him was Master Beatty. I thought that shit was. I was like 16. I thought that shit was the funniest thing anyone could have come up with.
I just know
It's a really shit joke.
I just know so many people in high school didn't want to say the term Ronnie, which is my first name. So they would just call me Guy every time I would pass by them.
That's kind of cool.
And I was like, yeah, Guy, but it's kind of like generic too, you know? Hey, it's that
Yeah,
guy
I'm not
over
just
there.
a guy.
Yeah.
I'm not just a guy. Okay, there's more going on.
Yeah,
with
I got one of the world's wackiest little names, and all you can call me is Guy.
Dude, be lucky your last name isn't McDonald. You would have been fucked in school.
True. I don't want to be called Mac in my entire life, dude.
Yeah. Well, your name would be Ronald McDonald. Your full
My
legal
full name is Ronnie, man. There's no old
Wait,
to it.
There's no. I guess that's crazy. For 9 years, I thought your like legal name was Ronald, and that like it's short for Ronnie.
Nope.
I just
Nope. I just got one of those weird ass names, man. and
it's
I'm
on like your
okay with
birth
it.
certificate.
Yeah, it's Ronnie, man. It's one of those wacky ones. I guess
Yeah, that's
one
like
of the
a-
yellow
like a-
Power Ranger girls was named Ronnie.
Oh,
So-
damn, was she hot?
She
Wait,
was
no,
actually not that bad.
The yellow Power Ranger girl.
Yeah.
Let's see if she's Asian because that's a Power Rangers trend. They always
Yeah, it's
make
weird.
the color
Like,
of the
most of-
suit align with the race of the
Yeah.
actor.
I mean,
like the black in the
it's
in the
kinda
original Power
obvious,
Rangers,
too.
the fucking Black Ranger was a black guy. The
The-
Yellow Ranger was an Asian
The
girl.
Red
and the
Ranger
pink-
was a Russian every time.
was he a Russian?
No, but it would have been funny.
Yeah, the
They all
Pink
just
Ranger-
have Russian accents.
Yeah, the Pink Ranger was a girl. and
Yeah,
it's
the
like,
Pink
oh, wow,
Ranger
that's
is always
creative.
a girl.
And guess what race the White Ranger was? I fucking wonder.
It's weird because they had the Green Ranger, and they were like, well, we'll just give that to the coolest character we can, and then
Yeah.
never do it again.
Yeah, there's not a lot of like green people. I mean, I guess Greeks are kind of green.
Yeah.
They have like kind of like that olive complexion or something. That's I don't know. It seems kind of green to me. I mean, I'm not saying Greek people look like sickly or anything. Though.
Yeah.
I'm sure some of them do.
Oh, I was having a nightmare this morning where I thought
About Greek people.
Jesus. But I had a nightmare where I thought I had like a liver issue because my left hand is slightly more tan than my right hand.
In real life or in the dream?
In real life, like when I was driving around this morning.
Oh.
And I was just like, am I dying? Do I have a liver disease? Because I don't even use my liver for like any sort of like beer or anything. Like there's no real substance that would like harm me.
Yeah, you're not a wino.
Yeah, unfortunately, I would actually be okay with drinking a rosé every like 2 to 7 hours.
Yeah,
and
slamming
see how
a bottle.
Up I get.
Yeah, slamming a bottle every 2 to 7 hours every day.
Yeah, dude, just slowly over time, I look like Germa with the lipstick smears.
I went to a our buddy Cody, he moved out and now he's living with roommates and shit, and he had a housewarming party. I think at this point it's probably 2 weeks ago. And I was having like bad heartburn with like the mixed drinks, so I was like, I'm done drinking these. But they had like one of the big bottles of blueberry wine.
Yeah.
And I drank that whole fucking bottle without even trying. That was like the most degenerate alcoholic shit I've ever felt. And I've well, that's probably not the most, because I've done some very deplorable alcoholic related things.
You know who else is very you know who else is very deplorable for alcohol, at least like 15 years ago?
Who?
Steve-O.
Oh yeah. Actually, yeah, I think I'll bring our special guest. Yeah.
Mr. Steve-O himself.
Yeah, you can come in. Yeah. Yeah, just sit like right there. That's cool. Yeah, introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Steve-O. I was on Jackass. My balls fucking hurt really bad. Yeah, so what do you guys want to know?
Well, dude, I was trying to figure out, where's our friend Johnny Knoxville?
Fuck, what does Johnny Knoxville sound like? Shit.
Hey guys, it's Johnny Knoxville. Hi, this is totally his voice and not just an old man grumbly voice. Hey guys.
Well, it's Johnny Knoxville.
It's my best friend, Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah.
You remember that one time we did the run over our balls with a semi-truck?
Yeah, that was crazy. I remember getting almost killed by a bull in Jackass 3D. That movie was awesome.
After you did that bull stunt, I had crazy diarrhea, dude. It was everywhere, all over my apartment, all over the bathroom floor, everywhere, dude. It was crazy. And my balls hurt. My balls got all fucked up from the diarrhea.
Yeah,
Thanks,
I was swimming with the narwhals, and all the narwhals kept on licking me. It was weird. Last night I had a dream where a narwhal was in my bed. It wasn't that fun, but here I am.
And then during the stunt, the narwhals, they fucking ripped my balls off. My balls, they hurt so bad after the narwhal ripping my balls off stunt.
What other stunts have you done, Steve-O?
Oh, you know, shoot at my nutsack with a fucking 240 Bravo machine gun.
I jumped out of a hot air balloon and my balls were my parachute.
Yeah, there's another one where it was like I put my penis in a pencil sharpener, just my penis, but it made my balls hurt really bad.
I remember this one time, my good friend Johnny Knoxville and I, we ran around in Italy and almost got ran over by a bunch of people.
And then it gave us an idea. We were like, we should do the run over my balls with a bunch of people challenge. And then we did it, and my balls were all fucked up.
My
They were all
best friend
hurting.
Bam Margera kept on laughing at me as I was crying and crying.
Yo, Steve-O, that was so fucking crazy, dude. That was so crazy. Dude, like your balls look like a fucking pussy now. Oh yeah,
I don't know where I am anymore. I had 16 concussions.
Am I in Italy?
Yeah, Bam, you're in Italy. You're in Italy.
Oh, hell yeah, my balls are fucking killing me right now.
Sorry, your
My
Bam
God.
impression reminded me of Shaggy for some reason.
Dude, Bam Margera talks like such a piece of shit. Like, he talks like such a white trash fuck. Literally, that's how he talks, though. He's like, yo, Steve-O, dude, we're gonna put you in a porta potty and we're gonna push you down a hill.
Cool.
And then they push him down the hill and he's covered in diarrhea and like piss and stuff and like whatever the blue liquid inside the porta potty is. And he's like, yo, Steve-O, how do you feel? And Steve-O's
what's
like,
wrong, bro?
yeah, Steve-O's like,
My balls. My fucking balls hurt.
Dude,
oh,
poor
yeah, Steve,
Steve-O,
that's so
man.
funny, dude. That's so
Steve-O.
fucking funny.
Steve-O kept getting beat up, man. I feel bad for that guy sometimes. I guess he
Yeah,
had
we're
to
gonna
have
get
a bunch
Dom
of like
Vito to suck
dental
off.
replacements
Dom-
and shit too.
We're gonna get fucking Dom Vito to fucking suck off. We're gonna get him to suck the snake venom out of fucking Steve-O's nutsack.
Cool. I love my nutsack getting sucked off by fucking Don Vito.
My favorite part of waking up is looking down and seeing Don Vito.
Yeah, we did a stunt called Steve-O has sex with Don Vito, and after that my balls were fucking on fire from having sex with fucking Don Vito.
If you did not know, I don't think we've ever brought up Steve-O in any regard besides like a conversation about a month ago. So I'm glad this bit was able to be trickled into the episode today.
Well, we put off doing it for 2 fucking weeks.
Yeah.
It was only after we were done recording we were like, oh yeah, here's that fucking bit we wanted to do.
I pinned it in the text chat that we work on.
That's the only reason I remembered it. It was because you pinned it, and we almost forgot it this episode. And
Yeah.
that would be week 3.
Dude,
I mean, we're
if we
punching the
start
clock
causing
here.
a streak of not doing Steve-O, that's disrespectful to Steve-O.
Yeah, we lie. All we are is just liars. We lie all the time. We're terrible.
Yeah, I'm sorry that
but it
this
feels
show
good.
is not always the most truthful, but it's also labeled as a not so serious podcast.
Yeah, and
To
plus
some of
spreading
those still listen.
spreading misinformation's fucking funny.
It is.
Like about Steve-O's balls, like that was such
yeah, like I
like,
can't
I
believe
don't
we
know.
talked so much about this poor man.
Yeah, I don't know if people knew this, but that was not the real Steve-O. We were doing a voice.
Yeah, if you couldn't even
Impersonating
count
him
on
and
it,
Bam.
there was 2 different voices too.
Yeah, it was both of us. Not, that like it wasn't the same guy.
Donald Trump is in the building. Hello, everybody.
Oh my god.
Damn, I was
We
chanting
matched
Steve-O.
up on the hello, everybody. That was really good.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Northwest Trenches podcast, episode
Sometimes-
12. Better than most.
Sometimes when I get like hyper and I'm in the car or something, I'll do this like gay Donald Trump impression. He's like,
Oh, Sleepy Joe, you're so sleepy. Oh my god,
Sleepy Joe, you're my favorite.
Look,
You're my
look at
favorite
Sleepy
little
Joe.
Sleepy Joe.
Look at Sleepy Joe over there. He's taking a nap. Sleepy Joe, peaceful Sleepy Joe. I love Sleepy Joe.
That's how gay Donald Trump would talk, I think, if he was gay. Which he might be. I don't know. Have you ever seen
Honestly,
that dump truck he be carrying around,
That
dude?
is kind of true. Have you seen those tennis pictures from a while
Oh,
ago? Those tennis
yeah, I
pictures are
have.
crazy.
Dude, I was busting hella nuts to that shit when they were first released from the press. I was like, dude, finally something to jerk off to.
Oh,
You
man.
can see his panties through the shorts and shit.
But yeah, just for the audience, wide. That's not how you say it. For the audience in general, this podcast is not serious. There's no reason to get all pissy with us about some of the things we say. But we do understand why. And
There's
yeah.
There's a comedian. I'm trying to remember who said this. It might have been Norm Macdonald, but then again,
Could also have been our good friend Nick Mullen from the Adam
it wasn't
Freeland
Nick Mullen.
podcast.
This was said like a while ago, but I'm just gonna go with it being Norm Macdonald. But he was doing a show and he said a joke and it didn't hit because it was kind of fucked. And he says, "They're just jokes, people."
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, that's what we're doing on this show. Is they're just jokes, people.
We
no
understand
need
the
to get
context of it being in public. We just like dicking around for an hour of your time. That's all this show is, really. At the end of the day.
Imagine being mad at a fucking podcast where they did.
Oh man, my balls fucking hurt.
Yeah,
I
dude.
did the get shot in the balls with a fucking machine gun challenge. Now my balls hurt.
I was climbing a tree and one of the limbs caught my balls.
I was hanging by my balls like a trapeze artist from this tree. My balls were stretched like 9 fucking feet, dude.
But yeah, we will not be mentioning as often that is a not so serious podcast. That's literally what it's labeled as on Spotify. It's just for the people who were a bit concerned of last week's show that I'm mentioning this so much.
No reason for alarm, folks.
Yeah,
It's
don't worry
under
about
control.
it. It's not something to worry about. We have it under control. So don't
Certified
worry.
Donald Classic is an actual. We got the Certified Donald Classic label from the Donald Trump hating black people
Administration.
organization or whatever it is.
Yeah, and there's some sort of organization there. But yeah, thank y'all for watching this awesome podcast and or listening and or otherwise.
Absolutely.
Have a good week. We will catch you next week, next Friday. Another podcast episode. Have a good one.
Yep. Goodbye, folks.
Bomb against the black dogs have come.